What's going on? Hopefully everyone's doing all right. So, yeah, quick update. It really is a quick one today. I'm just going to go through Bitcoin, obviously going to go through ETH, and I'm just going to show some alts and stuff, really what I am expecting, pretty much on like, let's say like a retrace for alts, and then what I'm expecting obviously for ETH, and sort of it's all just going to join in with each other, I suppose. But yeah, if you can obviously like, comment, subscribe, share it about. But yeah, just going to sort of jump straight in. So what I'm expecting for what I'm expecting for Bitcoin, right, is I do think that this could potentially be the bottom. All right. I think regardless of if we do come back down to about 4K, something like that, regardless, what's going to happen is you're going to get a massive retracement, literally for the next like couple of months. But to be honest, I'm expecting this. So I do think this is like five waves down. I do think it's like a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And I do think this is just like an A wave. I do think now that what's going to happen is this is just going to keep coming up, and I do think we're going to sort of retrace like this. So just create a wave A, a wave B, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I am expecting an ABC down. All right, just because obviously we did have a sharp. So we did obviously have a sharp, I mean a sideways correction for this 1, 2. I am expecting this second 1, 2 now to either come down. Now there is another count. This count is the same probability as that count that I've just shown you. So I do think, regardless, I think whichever way you look at it, we're going to retrace for Bitcoin. And what's going to be happening now over the next month or two, I do think alts and ETH is just going to be absolutely ripping. I really do. I think alts and ETH are going to sort of be going momentarily on their own. But yeah, what could be happening here is what I showed before, where this is actually the third wave. All right, so you've either got it's going to come down, it's going to retrace, and this is just going to keep flying for the next 2 years down to, yeah, about 3 or 4K, right? Which could happen. Obviously, the only thing, like I showed before, which is making me think that that's going to happen, is obviously the volume. Option number two is I think we either come up and come back down for a 1, 2, 1, 2, like that, right? And then we're just going to absolutely keep chugging. And in this retrace, also going to be going nuts, and then obviously pull back whilst Bitcoin pulls back, and then off you pop. Or this is now like that's your wave three, and regardless, we're still going to come down here for wave A. Then we're going to go wave B, then wave C, then wave D, then wave E. And I think this is going to last for like the next probably 6 months plus, 6, 7, 8 months, something like that. And in this time, if this is the case, and this is literally just going to go sideways in a big triangle, because this has tapped the 1.618, right, of wave one, this if this does happen, then alts are going to be going absolutely fucking nuts. Now, alts already look like they're going to be going fucking nuts over the next like 6 months. So, regardless of what happens with this, I still do think that alts are going to be going fucking crazy. But if this is wave A, then it's going to come A, wave B, and then wave C. So it's either a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this won't happen. This segment here won't happen, and it'll literally just go like this and just keep going. Or it's going to go sideways, and then we're going to obviously have a thrust out. What do I want to happen? I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really matter, whatever sort of what I want, but I wouldn't mind the 1-2-1-2 because then it obviously gives us more room for Bitcoin, and if that gives us more room, it's more room for everything else. But really, what's giving us more room for everything else is ETH. That's obviously controlling sort of where the alts are going to go as well. So but yeah, can't really tell you just quite yet. But I think regardless, what I do think is going to happen is we're going to start retracing. This could literally just flush straight down. We might not even get a retrace and just flush straight down. And if it does, then I don't think it's a 1-2-1-2. I think that this is going to be wave three. If we don't get a retrace, then that negates, in my opinion, it's too sharp for a 1-2-1-2. I think this is just going to be wave A. Yeah, I think it'd just be a wave A. So if we just keep flushing straight down, this is a wave A in my opinion. Or even if we come a little bit lower, I think this is just a wave A. And then we're going to come up for wave B, and then C, then D, then E, and then it's literally just inside these 6 months. Alt's going to be going nuts, like I've just mentioned there. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Yeah. All right, so yeah, obviously either retrace up, come down, 1-2-1-2, or obviously this is going to be a sharp wave A because wave A is in triangle and normally sharp. But regardless, I do think this breaks all-time highs, regardless if it's a 1-2-1-2 or a 1-2-3. Like I said, we could retrace and then we could absolutely eat shit. And if we do, it's going to be very interesting, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But yeah, that's for Bitcoin, just very quickly there. All right, I say very quickly, explain the same thing a few times. What could be happening here as well? This could actually be an A, a B, and a C. It could be like an expanded flat. I don't think it is. The reason why I'm expecting what I'm expecting now for alts is pretty much what we're seeing with Ethereum. So this was actually a potential trade that I was going to take on last night, and I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to leave this. Like, I was like, fuck that. Like, normally I do quite. When I saw this, I was looking at Solana, the same thing as well, and I was just like, do you know what? I'm happy that I didn't. I was going to put a fair bit of size on as well, and I am going to pretend I'm going to be adding to my my overall Ethereum longs when we get a little bit more. One last tiny little dip down. All right, let's have a look. Sorry, battery's a little bit low. Oh, shit, fucking Siri's popping off. 1 second. Every time I say fucking ETH, she always fucking pops up. But yeah, regardless of what's going to be happening here, in sort of the short term, I do think what probably does happen is this comes back up now for a triangle. So wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, this probably triangles and then makes one more low. They might both meet here at the 0.618 and the 1-to-1. So it's like a wave A. I did think that was the bottom of wave 2, but it's not. So you've got wave A and then an ABC or something like that. Or this is a ABC, X, and then an A, and then a B, and then a C. So like a WXY, and then you've got wave A. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where it also gets a little bit confusing. This is a little bit of a dodgy count, but yeah, I think regardless from this high, you've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. This is probably going to range sideways now a little bit, then make one more low, and then once this makes one more low, honestly, I think it's sort of all systems go. What could actually happen here is, I think regardless of when we do get this bottom, we could come up and start sort of making a flat, and then we could go, or make an running flat and then go, or expanded flat then go. But I think this is going to be a bit too big compared to this one too. So I am sort of negating that, and I am literally just looking at this is literally just a wave 1 up, wave 1, then you've got a wave 2, and then now it's literally going to be all systems go for Ethereum and alts. I do, yeah. I think it does look great. Now there is a chance as well that Bitcoin does run with this, that this is some sort of like expanded flat. So you've got maybe let's say like A, B, C or something like that, and then you've got like another corrective move up there. Then you've got obviously like your C wave down here, and there's a chance that this does keep running. I just don't think it does. I think that alts and ETH sort of needs to run on its own, and I think this needs to retrace. Even if you look at Ethereum over Bitcoin as well. Ethereum over Bitcoin. What is quite interesting with this is what is pretty interesting with this is I am potentially seeing some downside here for Ethereum over Bitcoin. All right, so regardless of, yeah, this is the only thing that is tricking me at the moment, but yeah, I don't just like looking at this one chart on its own because sometimes it can just fuck me. But yeah, I mean, again, is that going to be the A, the B, and then is this a 1, 2, a 1, 2, 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5 over the next like good few weeks while Ethereum Bitcoin retraces? Yeah. All right, but yeah, no, I do think once this bottoms out, I mean, again, it's quite annoying because I think that this is your 1, 2, right, and then you've got a nice impulse off of this low 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it still could even just be just wave A, then A, a B, and it could just be a flat of sorry for B there, and then it could just be 5 waves up, and then now this could literally just be obviously coming back down, or again, like I said, this comes back down a little bit, and then we create some sort of like ABC, like a regular flat, and then we go like a running flat. But again, it looks a bit too big compared to this. If this is the 1, 2, do you know what I mean? Then the 1, 2. This finishing here does look a lot easier and a lot better. It's just the only chart that's fucking me at the moment is Ethereum over Bitcoin. All right, I'm nearly done as well because I just wanted to explain some bits. That's it. I really do not think that this does go. Again, this is another chart last night that I was very tempted to put on, but I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to leave it. Just leave it a day because I didn't think that this is going to be the 1, 2. It got late last night. I was up there. Where was it? About 10 o'clock, and I was like, nah, just wait. just going to leave it, because what's all that's going to end up happening is it's just going to fucking, if it does keep going, then it gives me more confidence. But if not, and we do flop, I can obviously see if I can long down here. To be honest, I'm not going to take any trade now until we take this high out. If we do take this high out, then I will be longing. It obviously looks pretty decent on Bitcoin as well with this. I do think this is just an ABC down, and I think now we're just going to start the retrace, and obviously alts and everything is going to be going. It is quite interesting with some of these though, because with this, I do think this is just going to be ranging for the next. So you got wave A, I do think you're going to wave B, then wave C, then D, then E. So I do think this is going to be going sideways for the next few months, and this actually goes in line with this 1-2. So I think this 1-2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. But I don't think that it could do. There is a count, so you've got A, B, C, and then A, B, C, D, E, and then that's where the alt is. The alt's there, and then this could now be wave A, and it could be going wave B, and then it could be going wave C. So if this does dump and comes down to here, this is probably just wave A of a triangle. All right, and it's obviously give a bit more room. So if it does come back up, so it's wave A, wave B, wave C, then comes back down, so A, B, C, and then wave X, A, B, C, D, E, and then A, and then B, and then C, so like a WXY, WXY. It's just giving wave A of a triangle in my opinion. And again, it's just going to show more stuff to do with ETH. This could just go sideways, have that one last dip. Solana could also have that one last dip. Bitcoin could even have that one last dip as well, you never know. But I do think the main thing for this is what's going to be happening is this is going to be going upwards. This is going to be going upwards while, yeah, Ethereum and alts are going to be obviously sort of pumping. There's a fair few as well that I think are going to be going up. I don't just want to be touching on loads of little alts here, but I do think that a fair few of them are just going to be going sideways and sort of up only. Like APT, apt. Sort of the same thing. This is another one last night. I was just trying to sort of weigh it up, but I was like, well, nah, wait for 5. But again, with this, I do think that we've got wave 1, A, B, C. You've got a flat. I didn't actually set this target. It's actually going to be like up there for a 1-2, because expanded flat, you normally get an extended wave, so you probably come up to about here or something. But yeah, these are all trades that I need to have a look at after this video. I've just been very busy today. I had a look at it all this morning, but yeah, I could tell that it was obviously just keep coming down. So I was like, if this ends up making a flat, I'm just going to wait for the break of the high, or maybe roll and then sort of long. But I need to sort of make a little trading plan for them all. But yeah, again, with this, the reason why I'm expecting everything to sort of go and for ETH to bottom is this is a bit of a shit count. But to be honest, I quite like it when they look like this, because when they're a little bit dodgy like this, they're normally always only tends to be like one count. Like I can't see anything else. It's not corrective. How can it be corrective if everything else is about to go? So I do think you've got wave 1 like an ABC flat, ABC zigzag, and then another zigzag, like a WXY, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, ABC, running flat, and then 4, then 5, and then an ABC, wave A, wave B, wave C, so yeah, like a 1-2, a 1-2, and then I think you've got a 1-2 leading diagonal here. I think this looks great with a flat A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or wave 4, it's going to go A, B, C like a flat, and then have that one last tiny little roll but doesn't sweep. And again, that could be what happened. It's either this is all the bottom now, or we're going to have one more tiny little roll, and then I think we're going to go. It could all flush before we go up, but because of the flat that I explained with ETH, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we have a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and then this has got a big A, B, C. I don't think that's the case. I mean, I would have much preferred a flat, but I still don't think it is the case just quite yet. But again, could be if. Obviously, this is just going to keep rolling for its wave A of a triangle. Then when this does retrace into its B of a triangle, that's when everything else is going to go. And alts and ETH are going to just keep pumping anyway. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Even with this, like, this is quite interesting, like, for CRV. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an ABC, WX, and then is this another ABC, Y, and then an ABC, so WX, Y, X, and then obviously Z, like, does Z finish there? And then again, is this now sort of the bottom of wave 2, which truncated, and then is this like wave 1, A, B, C, expanded flat? If we start pumping and breaking this high now, and literally just starts coming up over the next good few hours and just keeps going, then again, it's either we're going to keep going, or everything has got another few days of just going sideways and down, and then we're going to go, in my opinion. So yeah, we'll sort of know what the go is over the next few days, or obviously tomorrow. But yeah, it is quite interesting about what is going to be happening. There's just a lot of charts that do show similar stuff, like AVAX as well, for example. Like, and as well, right? Like, look at this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now, what probably happens here is if it does go, again, this could also be the same, wave 1, A, B, C, like there are a lot of them are showing expanded flats, then wave 3, then wave 4, then wave 5. Like, is this just a flat on its own? Like a wave A, wave B, and then wave C? And then is this just going to flop? Because I do think a lot of these alts, I do think a lot of them, like, that's not wave 1 and that's not wave 2. Like, we've still got more downside for these alts. So, like, what's going to be happening in relation to, like, a lot of them I think are going to be going with Ethereum, but I don't think all of them are going to be going with Ethereum. Like, I think if, there's a good chance CRV does, because it's already at its low of wave 2. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's starting to get to its bottom of wave 2. Like, you can see in time and in distance, with obviously a leading diagonal. But again, all this could literally just be one big complex correction towards there, then make a flat and then go. But I don't think that's the case. When you see leading diagonals, I do quite like to see like a sharp wave 2, like a swift wave 2, and then just continuation. So, but yeah, I do think some of these alts are going to be going with Bitcoin and with ETH, whilst some of them are going to be getting stuck on a pivot with all the other alts. Yeah. But like even DOT, I think DOT even has more downside. Like you've not even got wave 2. Like we're going to retrace with DOT. Some alts are going to be going firing with ETH, like I've just mentioned, and then obviously retrace. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. So yeah, pretty much just what I'm explaining, but I've explained the same thing like 5 times. A lot of the alts I don't think are just going to keep coming with Ethereum while Ethereum properly pumps, but then really pumps. But I don't think all the alts are going to be going, in my opinion. I really don't. But I do think this is a 1-2. This is a 1-2. And I think, yeah, Ethereum does look fucking great. But it's quite interesting. Like, why is Ethereum over Bitcoin not showing what I want it to show? Like Ethereum over Bitcoin. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Like, we've had a stall out here. Like, surely we take, this is what I said before about we take the next couple of months to sort of come back down on Ethereum Bitcoin before it keeps going. So, does this mean that Bitcoin's actually going to steal the show? And it was a 1-2, 1-2. And it was like, this is the high, and you've already had your 1-2, 1-2. So wave 1-2, wave 1, A, B, and then C. If this just shoots up now and takes this high out, Bitcoin's going to go on an absolute fucking rampage, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop for a while. And yeah, all ETH's going to be going with it. The whole market's going to be going with it, but Bitcoin's going to be taking that center stage, and they're going to be doing what happened obviously on these pumps up. Like Bitcoin had pump go down, but when it went down, alts went down more, but then it had pump, then it goes sideways, alts would go. And then if you remember me mentioning here, if you do remember me mentioning here about this is the highest point in the RSI. I think I deleted it, but I mentioned that this is the highest point in the RSI for the next few months. This is back in October. We've now not made a new high in the RSI, but we have come all the way down here. So, but yeah, if this does just keep rallying, then that would make the most sense in relation to Bitcoin over ETH, because, well, yeah, Bitcoin is just going to be sort of taking the center stage. But yeah, what I want to happen really is Bitcoin range and just sort of retrace and go up. Whilst obviously alts and ETH, yeah, sort of goes. If anything does change, it's one of them videos a little bit where a fair few things can happen, because I'm still not fully concreted on what can happen. But I am obviously trying to, sort of get a video out and explain what I am seeing, which is better than sort of nothing. But yeah, I don't think we'd fully know yet anyway until the next few days. If not, maybe not even the next couple of weeks, until I sort of see what is going to be going on with Ethereum. But a lot of them do look good in terms of like Aptos. Like I do think, yeah, I do think that this is gonna go. Like, yeah, hopefully anyway. I think the chart looks great. I think it's similar to CRV if it is truncated as well. Like with yeah, you got your ABC. I mean, it doesn't even look like an expanded flat. It does, but it sort of doesn't. But a lot of the other charts are showing it like ABC. And then is this now just going to keep going up? Well, ETH sort of goes sideways, makes that one last little dip. Maybe some of the alts go with it as well, like Solana and stuff. Sorry, Sol sort of just goes on its own. I don't think Solana breaks these lows personally. It looks like it's going to, but yeah, you're only going to get that if we retrace up, in my opinion. And then we're going to come back down heavily with everything. Yeah, so hopefully that sort of made sense, and I've sort of contradicted myself a little bit, but hopefully it made sense. But yeah, if you can like, comment, subscribe, share it about, and that is pretty much all I'm going to do. I am going to try and keep them all under 20 minutes, and it's been 20 now. So, but yeah, if it didn't make sense, just yeah, message me. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, my sort of view, my main sort of view does make sense. All right, but yeah, yeah, if you need me, message me on Twitter. But yeah, peace. Fucking hell, first video under 20 minutes. Jesus Christ.